and welcome to our YouTube channel Manjari Modern School. So, in the previous video, we have just started the chapter number 18, that is pollution of air and water. We all know that in the previous video, I have just told you that due to this pollution, the temperature of the earth is rising day by day. So, in that the first topic we have just seen yesterday in the previous video, that was air pollution. That how the air pollution is done, how it affects, and the process of by which how it is done and how it is affected to our living beings and also the environment. Okay students, we have seen the air pollution, and then after the next topic that we have seen was effects of air pollution. Effects of air pollution, in that we have seen the global warming. So what is global warming, students? We have seen that the unnatural increase in Earth's average surface temperature is called global warming. When the temperature of the Earth rises on the surface, then it is known as global warming. We have seen about the greenhouse also in this, that what is greenhouse. Let us see that. See, the phenomena whereby the Earth's atmosphere traps solar radiation because of the presence of gases such as carbon dioxide, water vapor, methane is called greenhouse effect. So, this carbon dioxide, methane and water vapor, these are some of the gases just trace the rays of the sun. It maintains the day-night temperature. Means in some of the areas you have seen that in the daytime it is very high temperature and at the night it is very low temperature. So what does this greenhouse effect do? It will just convert that temperature to the average one. Okay, we all know that in early morning our temperature is near about 25 degree Celsius, and as the day will increase, then it will go maximum to 35 degree to 40 degree, and in summer up to also 45 degree. Okay students, so and in some areas like desert, at night it will go back to, it will slowly just decrease and go back to the 25 degree Celsius. Okay, and in some of the desert areas what happened, in the daytime it is very high temperature, means 45 to 50 degree, and then after it at night when the evening just turns on, slowly the temperature decreases and it directly goes to 0 or even to the minus. So at that place it is not able, we can't live at that place because we have live over here in this place. Okay students, now moving further, and the another effect of the air pollution, that is acid rain. Okay, another effect of the air pollution, another effect of air pollution, that is acid rain. So first of all we will discuss what is acid rain. So we have seen how the acid rain is formed. Let us just talk about that. So we know that vehicles, factories, industries and all other things just spread some of the harmful gases without just filtering, and some of the just due to the lack of money, they do not just take out the harmful gases from that gas and directly just spread to the air, so it harms the air. So what happened due to this vehicle pollution, due to industrial and some of the factories, what happened, this pollution go upside on the air atmosphere, and when it rains, means in the monsoon season when it rains, this water droplets affect the harmful gases which is in the atmosphere just that are water soluble, and they will just come with that water, then that is acid rain. Okay students, that is acid rain. Let us read about that and let us see some of the points of it. So here Taj Mahal is one of the most important and beautiful historical monument of India. Okay students, Taj Mahal is one of the most important and beautiful historical monuments of India. It was built by using white marble. Taj Mahal was built with white marble which has been yellowing gradually. Acid rain is the major cause of the damage. Let us understand what is acid rain. So, the Taj Mahal was built with white marble, and due to the acid rain, it is just converting that white to yellowish type. Okay, students. So, how? Let us understand what is acid rain. Air pollutants such as oxide of sulfur, nitrogen that are releasing during the combustion of fossil fuels react with oxygen and moisture of the air to produce solutions of sulfuric acid and nitric acid respectively. These acids dissolve in rainwater and come down in the form of acid rain. Acid rain has damage effect on plants, animals, buildings, some of which are listed below in results in. So, what just harms the acid rain? Okay students, how the acid rain is come to the combustion of the fossil fuels, the oxide of nitrogen and sulfur go to upside and just form oxygen, and when it rains that will soluble in water and just come down as the acid rain. Okay students, see here some of the harmful list is given over here. I am just writing that points. See here, first of all, destruction of plants, destruction of plant life, destruction of plant life due to acidification of soil. Acidification of soil. Okay, due to the acid rain, what happens is the soil which is where the rain falls, it is converted into acidic soil. So that is harmful for the plant life. Okay. The another one, that is death of certain aquatic species. Death of certain aquatic species. Okay, so when this rain will fall into the sea or pond or lake, so in that there is some aquatic species are there. So what will happen, that water is converted into acidic water. So what will happen, that will harm the life which is there on the pond, lake or in the river. Okay students, next point, that is corrosion of metals. Corrosion of metals. Corrosion of metals. So, we all know this will harm the metals. If a metal, we know that if the metal is coated or just water, just if we take the iron only, The iron, when it touches the water, it start corroding. Fe is converted to Fe plus. It oxidizes and forms the corrosion, and the rust comes out. So it harms to the corrosion. Accident does the corrosion of metals. The another one, that is decay of limestone marble and other building materials okay students, decay limestone marble and other building material means in the marble we know that Taj Mahal was built with white marble. Due to this acid rain, it is just converting white to yellowish. Okay students, and limestone is also converted to the acidic, and other building materials is also harmed by the acid rain. And the last one, that is respiratory problems such as asthma, and bronchitis are there. Due to the acid rain, the respiratory problems such as asthma and bronchitis are there. Okay students, so these are some of the harmful effects of the acid rain: destruction of plant life due to acidification of soil, death of certain aquatic species, corrosion of metals, decaying of limestone, marbles and other building materials, respiratory problems such as asthma and bronchitis. Okay students, now moving further, depletion of ozone layer. So our next is effect of air pollution. We have studied about what is ozone layer. There is a layer over the earth. I'm just drawing on the board. Okay students, first of all let me rub this. Ozone layer is depletion of the ozone layer. So ozone layer just protect us from the UV light, UV rays which come from the sun. It protects us from that. Okay students, now depletion of ozone layer. Here if I talk that it is earth. Oh, it's good shape, I think. Good earth. Now this is the ozone layer. Okay students, how it works, ozone layer, how it works. Here if I say here there is a sun far away, so it will be small. Okay students, so I have drawn that sun small because we know that if we see a far object then it is small, and we see the nearby object then it is big. So sun is very far from the earth, so I have drawn that sun small. I know that sun is bigger than the earth, but in this case the sun is very far, so it is small. So the light that comes from the sun, see, this light is coming over here. So in this, the UV rays are also there. So ozone layer just protect us from the UV rays which are coming from the sun. Okay students, ozone layer just protect from UV rays of the sun. But due to air pollution, this ozone layer is also just going. Okay students, so let us see the points of that. A layer of ozone gas is present in the upper atmosphere which forms a shield around the earth. It absorbs the harmful ultraviolet radiation from the sun, which can cause cataract, skin cancer and genetic damage. Chlorofluorocarbons CFCs or freons react with the ozone gas, which leads to depletion of ozone layer. Okay students, so this is the effect of depletion of in the ozone layer of air pollution. Due to air pollution, the ozone layer is just also depleting, which just ozone layer protects us from the UV rays, harmful UV rays that are come from the sun. Okay students, the next is effects on plant. So due to this air pollution, what are the effects on the plant? So in the plants, see here, plant shows the effect of air pollution in a number of ways, such as leaf damage, slower and stunted growth, reduction in yields, inability to photosynthesize properly and root damage. Leaves turns yellow or have holes and fall prematurely. Photochemical smoke and dust in the air settles on the leaves and blocks stomata and sunlight. It reduces photosynthesis due to decrease in absorption of sunlight and exchange of gases through stomata. So what happens is, we know that plants just synthesize and prepare their food by their own. Okay students, so what happens? They need what? Carbon dioxide, water and sunlight. So the leaves, on the uppermost part of the leaves, some of the air pollution particles just stuck it there, and the sunlight and the carbon dioxide can't able to take in the plant, so it will affect and they couldn't just prepare their food and start dyeing it. Okay students, so here photochemical smog, what is that? There is given in the paragraph. So photochemical smog is a type of smoke produced when ultraviolet light from the sun reacts with nitrogen oxide and hydrocarbons from vehicular emission in the atmosphere. Nitrogen oxide goes through a complex series of reactions with hydrocarbons to produce the components of photochemical smoke. A mixture of ozone, nitric acid and other harmful pollutants. Even small traces of these chemicals can affect the respiratory trace of human and animals and damages crops and trees. Okay students, so this is the photochemical smoke. Okay. Now just moving further, effects on animal. So due to the air pollution, what are the effects on animal? In plant we have seen, and also it depletes the ozone layer and also it affects acidic rain. So now we will see the effects on animals. So what will be effect due to the air pollution? Not only animals, human beings also is just affected. So due to air pollution, animals has some of the respiratory problems over there. Why? Because air is polluted and they can't breathe. So let us see that, and some of the points are given over here that we will write on the board. effects on animals. The polluted air is not only inhaled by animals but also absorbed through their skin. Air pollution can cause or respiratory and cardiovascular disease in the human being, especially asthmatic patients, children, and elder people. Some of the effects of air pollution on animal life are given below. So, the three here you can see inhalation of carbon monoxide decreases the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood. Means when we inhale the carbon monoxide, then the capacity of the oxygen carrying blood will be low. See, here reading it again so you can understand. Inhalation of carbon monoxide decreases the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood, which initially causes headache, dizziness, and fatigue, and excess intake of the gas can result in coma and death. And next point is prolonged inhalation of high levels of suspended particular matters, oxide of sulfur and nitrogen and other air pollutants can lead to lung cancer or respiratory disease such as asthma and bronchitis. In human, air pollution affect animal health in similar way. Means it will cause asthma or respiratory problem in human and animal both. Due to acid rain, water in the water bodies become too acidic for some animals to survive or have no normal physiological functions. Acid rain washes out the heavy metals from the soil into water bodies, which becomes toxic for many aquatic animals. And due to acidic rain, the water reservoir or water is converted into acid water, and some of the animals just drink that water, so it also harms to their body. Okay, students. And the next is prevention of air pollution. So what should be taken in care for prevention of air pollution? The first one is reducing the usage of transport fuel. So we have to don't use the transportation. Okay, students, we should travel in the public transport, and but nowadays it is harm to travel by public transport due to the corona. Okay, students, have you seen have you observed one thing in the lockdown? From the first day of the lockdown and the last day of the lockdown, have you just different some of the things? On the first day of the lockdown, you have seen the nature very dirty, but at the last day of the lockdown, you have seen the clean nature, because there was no pollution, because most of the countries have just lowered the pollution and not going out of the house. So there was what lockdown, due to there was no pollution. The pollution which is there in the normal days, it was only about 4 to 5% on the last day of the lockdown. Okay, students, I think you have observed that. Now moving further, driving less and using more public transport, walking, bicycling, and carpooling, etc. Ensuring regular pollution check for vehicles. We should have the PUC of the vehicles. Okay, students, and buying vehicles that run on less polluting fuels, that are CNG, and also fuel efficient. We should use the cars or anything else which is more efficient and less pollution. Okay, students. Now second is conserving energy. Save energy at home, workplace, for traveling, etc. We have to save the energy. Means if you are not in the room, then you should close the light and the fans or AC which is there in your home. Third point, planting trees. Plants are the only species that can convert carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, to oxygen. Means we should grow more plants. Why? Because carbon dioxide is converted into oxygen by that plants only, not anything else. And fourth one and the last one, that is use using alternate or renewable source of energy, reducing and replacing fossil fuel with pollution free energy such sources such as solar and wind energy. So nowadays you have seen on the top roof in most of the houses the solar panels are given. So by that solar energy is converted into electric energy and you can use at your home that electric energy. And also some of the subsidies are given by the government to just do that solar plant at your home. Okay students, and so a case study is given in the Bhopal gas tragedy that you just read by your own. And today we have seen up to here, and in next video we will see further. So your today's homework is, students, so in your homework you just do let's answer, which is on the page number 221. Okay students, we will meet in the next video. Okay, bye students.